Hey guys, it's me. You probably know me from my other videos where I tell stories about creepypastas like this one that was suggested by one of my subscribers. So let's get into it. I was home alone for the weekend and decided to watch some movies. I went through all my movie streaming services and couldn't find anything good. My attention then turned to the DVD collection in my cupboard. Amongst the collection of old school movies, I found Scary Movie 3. The last time I watched it must have been at least 6 years ago. I popped it in the DVD player and got comfortable on the couch. The movie started off just as I remembered. Anna Faris and Charlie Sheen were two of the main characters. But there was another actor in the film that really stood out to me. He played a character called Bobby, a dim-witted killer who was extremely creepy and violent. He stood out to me not because of the way he looked or the things he said, but because of his mannerisms. He reminded me of someone that I knew, but I couldn't quite place my finger on it. As the movie progressed, Bobby's character became more and more unsettling. At one point he was holding a dead body and was dancing around a room singing, "I Will Survive." Another scene that still makes me uncomfortable was when he was sitting in a chair with a woman on his lap, and he starts slowly licking her face while she tries to push him away. There was something about the way he moved that made me extremely uneasy. It was almost as if the actor was putting some of himself into the character, and I could sense that something was UND. By this point, I had already Googled the cast of Scary Movie 3 just to see if any of them had passed away, or if any of the characters were based off real serial killers, like in American Psycho. But everything came back negative, so I continued watching the movie, trying to shake off this weird feeling that I couldn't explain. About halfway through the movie, there is a scene where Bobby's character is supposed to be in a mental hospital. He is sitting on his bed when a nurse walks in to check up on him. She asks him how he's doing, and he looks up at her and says, "I'm not crazy. I'm just misunderstood." Then he proceeds to take a pair of scissors and stabs her in the neck. At this point, I had seen enough. I shut off the TV and searched the internet to try and figure out who this actor was and what his deal was. I found out that the actor's name was Tony Sirico, and that he had an extensive career in Hollywood. He'd been in dozens of movies and TV shows. Most recently, he was in Goodfellas and The Sopranos. He also had an upcoming role in a movie called The Last Dragon. I then searched his name on IMDb and found that he had over 200 acting credits. I was shocked. How could I not recognize an actor who had been in so many movies? It was at this point that I decided to go to bed. I didn't want to search any further, because I had a bad feeling that whatever I found out wouldn't be good. In the morning after, of course, not being able to sleep at all, I got on my computer and researched Tony Sirico some more. I came across a website with news stories about him. The first story was from 1991 when he was arrested for possession of a controlled substance. He served 6 months in jail. The next story was from 2008 when he was sentenced to 5 years probation for trying to hire a hitman to kill a witness in his upcoming drug trial. It turns out that Tony got himself into a lot of trouble with the law, mostly because of his drug addiction. He struggled with addiction throughout his whole career and eventually lost everything, including his life on February 6, 2022. He died of an overdose at the age of 68 now. Obviously, I don't wish anything bad to happen to the people that I watch on screen. But after learning more about Tony and seeing how he carried over his addictions and substance abuse into his personal life, I now understand why he acted the way he did in Scary Movie 3. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to hear more stories like these, you can do so here. Until next time.